Hey everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we're diving into a classic, nostalgic treat that's impossible to resist. The perfect Rice Krispy treat. Forget the dry, hard, pre-packaged stuff. I'm going to show you how to make the gooeyest, chewiest, most marshmallow-packed treats you've ever had. It's super easy, requires no baking, and you only need 3 simple ingredients. So, if you're ready for the ultimate sweet snack, stick around. First things first, let's talk ingredients. You'll need 6 cups of crispy rice cereal, a 10-ounce bag of mini marshmallows, and 4 tablespoons of salted butter. Yes, salted. That little bit of saltiness cuts through the sweetness and elevates the flavor to a whole new level. Trust me on this. For our tools, you'll want a large pot or Dutch oven, a spatula, and a 9 by 13-inch baking pan. Pro tip, before you start, grease your baking pan and your spatula with some butter and nonstick spray. This will be a lifesaver when you're dealing with all that sticky marshmallow goodness. Alright, let's get started. Place your large pot on the stove over low heat. Add your 4 tablespoons of salted butter and let it melt completely. You want to keep the heat low and slow here. The goal is to melt the butter, not brown it. Browning the butter would create a nutty flavor, which is delicious. But for classic Rice Krispy Treats, we want that pure, sweet, creamy butter taste. So, low heat is your best friend. Once the butter is fully melted and shimmering, it's time for the star of the show, the marshmallows. Pour the entire 10-ounce bag of mini marshmallows into the pot. Now, I prefer mini marshmallows because they melt faster and more evenly. But if you only have large ones, that's totally fine. They'll just take a little longer. Keep stirring constantly with your greased spatula. Again, patience is key. We want to avoid scorching the marshmallows on the bottom of the pot. Keep stirring until they are completely melted and you have a smooth, silky, glorious river of white fluff. It should look like a sweet, gooey cloud. Now, here's a little secret for extra gooey treats. If you have some extra marshmallows on hand, this is the time to toss in another cup or so. Don't let them melt all the way. Just stir them in for about 30 seconds. This will leave you with little pockets of whole marshmallow throughout your treats, which adds an amazing texture and an extra burst of chewiness. It's an optional step, but one I highly recommend for all the marshmallow lovers out there. It really takes them from good to absolutely epic. Okay, once your marshmallow mixture is perfectly melted and smooth, turn off the heat completely. It's crucial to do this before adding the cereal. If the pot is too hot, your cereal will get soft and lose its signature crispiness, and nobody wants a soggy Rice Krispy treat. Now, working quickly, pour in all 6 cups of your crispy rice cereal. Grab your greased spatula and start folding the cereal into the marshmallow mixture. Make sure every single piece of cereal is coated in that sticky, sweet goodness. Scrape the bottom and sides of the pot to ensure everything is well combined. You'll want to work fast here because the mixture will start to set up pretty quickly. Now that everything is beautifully mixed, it's time to transfer it to your prepared baking pan. Pour the entire mixture into the greased 9 by 13-inch pan. This is where that greased spatula comes in, super handy again. Use it to gently spread the mixture evenly into the corners of the pan. Now, listen closely to this next tip, because it is the most important one for achieving soft, chewy treats. Do not, I repeat, do not press the mixture down firmly into the pan. If you compact it too much, your treats will turn out hard and dense. You want to just gently pat it down, enough to level it out, but keep it light and airy. You can use your spatula or even place a piece of wax paper on top and gently press with your hands. Remember, a light touch is the secret to a soft bite. Once your treats are evenly spread in the pan, the hardest part begins. Waiting. You need to let them cool and set up completely. This usually takes about an hour at room temperature. I know it's tempting to dig in right away, but letting them set is what gives them their structure and makes them easy to cut. Please don't put them in the fridge to speed up the process. Chilling them will make them hard and dry. Room temperature is the way to go for the best texture. So, go make a cup of coffee, watch an episode of your favorite show, and come back in about an hour. Alright, it's been about an hour, and our Rice Krispy Treats have set up perfectly. Look at that. They're still soft to the touch, but firm enough to cut. Now you can slice them into squares. You can make them as big or as small as you like. I usually get about 12 to 15 squares from a 9 by 13 pan. And just look at that cross-section. You can see the swirls of marshmallow in those little pockets of unmelted minis. We added this as perfection. They're so chewy, so buttery, and have the perfect crunch from the cereal. Now, if you want to get a little fancy, the sky's the limit. You can drizzle them with melted chocolate, top them with colorful sprinkles for a birthday party, or mix in some M&Ms or chocolate chips with the cereal. You could even add a little bit of vanilla extract to the melted marshmallows for an extra layer of flavor. But honestly, the classic 3-ingredient version is a masterpiece on its own. For storage, if you have any leftovers, which I doubt you will, you can store them in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 3 days. Just place a piece of wax paper between the layers to prevent them from sticking together. Again, avoid the fridge, as it will make them tough. These are truly the best Rice Krispy Treats you'll ever make. They're the perfect bake sale item, after-school snack, or just a simple dessert to satisfy your sweet tooth. The combination of salty butter, sweet marshmallow, and crunchy cereal is a timeless classic for a reason. So, there you have it. The ultimate guide to making the gooeyest, chewiest, and most delicious homemade Rice Krispy Treats. It's a simple recipe that delivers amazing results every single time. I hope you give this a try and see for yourself just how much better they are than the store-bought version. If you do make them, let me know in the comments how they turned out. I love hearing from you all. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in the kitchen today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more easy and delicious recipes. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.